If you want to grow your business and you want to put it on autopilot, these are the 6 tools you're going to need. I'm Charles. I'm with Become the Authority. We help home service businesses just like yourself automate your systems, bring in more leads, and get more revenue in the door. Today, we're going to be going over 6 tools that we use to build out these fully automated contractor businesses. And the reason why this is so important is because if you aren't automating your systems, you're being left behind because everybody else is, right? If you're too slow to respond these days, well, people have the need for instant gratification. They're just going to move on to the next person. And if you're even just a few minutes late, the job is gone, right? Now, you're also going to have leads that slip through the cracks where you can't possibly handle all of the work that you need to do and text back and forth with 30 to 40 different people and not expect leads to slip through the cracks or quality of work to go down. Either way, you're losing revenue, right? So we want to make sure that leads aren't falling through the cracks. And lastly, if you aren't automating, you're likely wasting a lot of time and energy on administrative tasks. So you're sitting there writing up invoices, you're getting everything set up, you're following up with people, you're trying to confirm appointments. These aren't things you should be doing. We can outsource that to these different pieces of software and make a complete system that puts your business, as far as marketing and customer relations go, completely on autopilot. So the first tool that you're going to need is a tool called Zapier. All right. Now you're going to be using Zapier to connect all your tools, and we're going to check that out now. About Zapier is that there's over 8,000 different applications that can be on here. Okay. I know this video is only going to be for 6 applications, but there are over 8,000 applications. So if you can get started with Zapier, if you like it and you understand it well, then you can start building some really interesting stuff. But ultimately, we find Zapier to be the best tool to make all of these softwares speak to each other efficiently. And ultimately, that's going to make your life as well as your employees' lives a hell of a lot easier as it relates to managing customers and managing operations. Now, once you've got Zapier set up, you can start connecting the different tools we're going to be getting into. And the first one we're going to get into is called Go High Level. Now, Go High Level is a marketing CRM. This is where you're going to manage all of your texting, emails, etc. So let's take a look at that. This is a brief overview of the Go High Level software. We go high level for contractors for a few different reasons, one of which is that it eliminates a lot of different softwares, right? You don't need to have a separate software for your texting, a separate software for your email marketing, a separate software for your calendars, and a separate software to track all your pipelines and where customers are in the process. You could do it all inside of Go High Levels. First, we've got conversations. That's going to be your universal inbox. That means that any text messages, emails, WhatsApp messages, Facebook DMs, Instagram DMs will all be managed inside of this conversations tab. So you don't have to pop between 7 different pieces of software and a bunch of different platforms just to respond to your messages. Inside of here is a calendar feature where you can create a series of different calendars. Oh, that's the book appointment, excuse me. But if you wanted to book an appointment, you could. But if you need to create custom calendars, you can come inside of here and you can click new calendar and you can start to build out these different calendars. And I'm going to make videos on how to make this stuff, but this is just a quick overview of some of the features that are inside of here. You're going to have all your contacts. They'll be managed inside of one place. And again, this is all dummy information. None of this is real. All the tags will be added. If you want to check on your opportunities, that's going to be the different pipelines that people might be in, right? So you can set up different pipelines, and you can set up automations that move people from pipeline to pipeline. So we can see where a customer is in the process, whether they just came in as a lead, whether they responded to our messaging or our marketing in some way, or they booked an appointment. All of these things can be managed inside of the Opportunities tab, and it can be completely automated. So all you have to do is click into the opportunities and say, oh, I want to reach out to all the people who set an appointment with me. Great, I'm going to go through this stack of people. Or I want to reach out to all the new leads. Good, I'm going to reach out to this stack of people, right? It allows your team to get very organized when you have this stuff systematized. Payments, you can connect this to things like QuickBooks as well as Stripe to manage all of your invoicing and just keep everything tracked inside of here. Now, I still prefer to have the invoices go out automatically through QuickBooks, just because it's a little bit easier that way, and QuickBooks has more robust tracking features for things like taxes and stuff like that. But you're still able to integrate your QuickBooks with this. You'll be able to track who's closing, how much they're worth, and how many invoices have been collected by you, all in one place if you ever just need a quick overview look. Now, AI agents, there's a lot of people out there that are selling a lot of different AI tools and technologies, and a lot of them are actually built inside of this software called Go High Level. As it stands right now, you can create two different types of AI. The first one is your conversation AI, where that's going to be inside of your text messages, your emails, your Facebook DMs, etc., answering questions, going back and forth with people, and helping folks get qualified. The voice AI does the exact same thing, except it handles inbound calls. And to create an agent, it's just as simple as coming in here, creating a custom agent, or you can browse from the marketplace of pre-built agents, but I like to create them custom. And it's going to walk you through the process of building and training your agent. And I'm going to make videos on how to create agents in the future. But for now, I just kind of show you, if you've got a chatbot software, or if you're paying for a chatbot subscription, you could create your own just using Go High Level. The marketing tab, very cool. You can do your social media inside of here. You can create email templates. You can create an affiliate program so that people can market for you on your behalf. There's a lot of stuff that can happen inside of here. I just want to touch on sites. You can build your own landing pages. You can build your own forms, and you can build your own surveys. And on top of that, we can get in here to automations, and we can build out all the different workflows that make things happen inside of Go High Level. So let's say that we wanted to send an automated message whenever somebody books an appointment. We could start from this template, and we can click this recipe, which is customer appointment and reminder. Once we click it, we'll hit continue. It'll load. It'll pop us over here. And you see we've already got a pre-built framework where once somebody books an appointment, they're going to get a confirmation email. Then we're going to wait a day beforehand. Then they send another email. And you can come in here. You can add SMS to it, right? You can add assigning it to a certain user if you'd have it assigned to a certain person whenever they book an appointment. There's a variety of things you can do in here. And I want you to stay tuned because we will make other videos on how to connect all. Marketing is all set up. Then you're going to set up an operations CRM. So this is going to be the more robust, tailored to the contractor business side of things, where you can upload your pricing, your services. You can set up route optimization. This has a lot of great uses. So this is Jobber that we suggest for an operations CRM. Let's take a look at it. We like Jobber a lot because of a variety of reasons. One of which is that it's built really well for integrations by setting up different Zapier zaps. We can connect it with Go High Level so that once people express that they're interested in working with us, or they're interested in getting an estimate, or they book an appointment, all of that information can be passed over here to Jobber. And inside of Jobber, you can manage only your interested people, only the people that are interested in proceeding with your service. And when you combine Jobber with the marketing tools inside of Go High Level, you can create specific workflows based on where they are in the process. So they could go from a quote to a job here in Jobber, and that would update the marketing that they get going forward inside of High Level. So all of these things are happening on autopilot simply because of the way that this software is built. So we like Jobber. We'll make another video going more deep into how we build some of this stuff, but Jobber is our suggested operation CRM. QuickBooks is the best online bookkeeping software, in our opinion. It's easy to set up, easy to connect your accounts. Let's take a quick look. Okay, now the next software is QuickBooks. Now, QuickBooks is probably one of the most popular bookkeeping softwares, if not in America, in the whole world, right? And you can do a lot of cool stuff in here. You can connect your bank account so you can see your cash flow in real time. You can manage all of your invoicing inside of here, take credit card payments if you'd like, manage your payroll. Everything in relation to the financial side of your business can be managed inside of QuickBooks. And the reason why we suggest QuickBooks to contractors, especially as it relates to building an automated infrastructure, is QuickBooks is already built to connect with a bunch of different pieces of software. So by using tools like Zapier, we can connect QuickBooks to your CRM. QuickBooks makes it probably the easiest to set up and utilize and connect to all the other different pieces of software. And then these tools here are for social media. This first one here is called Inflact. We use this software, Inflact, for a couple different things. Now, this is an Instagram only software, but it's a very aggressive Instagram growth tool that's going to really speed run how quickly it takes you to get a good audience, as well as get your offers in front of your ideal audience. So we like to use the promo feature as well as the direct message feature. The promo feature is where we're able to engage on autopilot based on things like hashtag, location, and users, right? So we're able to set the targeting via hashtag, locations, usernames, or any specific list that we can put together. We're able to tell it, hey, we want to like posts and reels of people that fall into this category. And it's going to allow you to build your page on autopilot, just getting the right sort of audience to your page. That way, when you're putting up your content, it's showing to people who are most likely to buy from you. And by taking a sniper's approach to your marketing, you're able to just sort of streamline the process of turning your social media into something that earns you money, into a good lead magnet, right? So that is the promotional side. We also like the direct messaging side here too. You can send out a bulk message to all of your followers. So that's a great way to send out special one-time offers to people, or if you just want to promote yourself in an aggressive way to your entire follower base, you can just send them a link to your landing page and maybe they can claim some sort of discount. There's a lot of use cases for this is all I'm getting at. And then an auto reply is the message that automatically gets sent to any of your new followers. So anyone that follows you can get a new message that says, hey, we want to save you 10% off your first service as a new follower bonus. Give us your information to claim your service, right? And it's one of the easiest ways to get leads in the door, and showcase your product to a variety of people. And even if they're just like, I'm not really that interested, they're in your ecosystem now. They're following you, and you can just keep hitting them with content and keep messaging them until they give you a yes or no answer as far as being interested. So this is Inflect. And we often combine Inflect with a system called Phantom Buster. And let's take a look at that. Here is a social media automations tool. We use it primarily for LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, but there are a couple other use cases for it. What this does is it allows you to build phantoms that will go out, find, and these phantoms are essentially automated workflows and AI bots, and they will go out, find your ideal customer based on information that you give it, what sort of stuff they might watch, what sort of things they might be interested in, what sort of pages they might follow. And you can send your bots out there to find those sorts of people, engage with them, and bring them into your audience so that they can see your products and services, right? So if you're already posting on social media, that's half the battle. But if you were to add a bot that's going out and targeting your ideal audience, it's going to allow you to grow that much faster and monetize your social media that much faster as a genuine lead source, because you're actively bringing in the right type of people who could actually do business with you, as opposed to just anyone who might like the content, right? So it's very powerful to put on the back end here. This is some of the different phantoms you can build for Instagram here. You can follow the followers of maybe a large account that has similar people. You guys have a similar customer base, so it makes sense for you to follow their followers and get in contact with them. You can automatically like certain posts, or you can drop automatic comments in certain places depending on the criteria you give it. So you can get very creative with this, but putting a tool like this on the back end for your social media will make your life so much easier, and it'll make your social media growth really explode, as well as, again, lead you to monetization faster, to where you are pulling leads in and closing deals from social media without having to do a whole bunch of chasing and figuring out who's doing what and all that other sort of stuff, right? So putting it on autopilot, where the engagement is happening no matter what's going on, is a game changer as far as social media goes. So to recap, for marketing and lead gen, we suggest high level. For operations management, you want to look at Jobber. For your invoicing and bookkeeping, you want to manage it through QuickBooks. For your custom integrations, you want to use Zapier. For your social media lead gen, Phantom Buster is going to be your tool. And to speed run your Instagram growth, you want to use Inflect. Okay, so now that you've got these softwares in place, I'm going to show you how to create some of the most essential automations that you need in your business. Connect all your softwares together using Zapier, what sort of tools you should be building out, and get into how we build the growth engines that ultimately power the contracting businesses. Okay, so that's the tools. We hope you guys liked everything that you learned today. If you're interested in checking out any of these softwares, there's going to be links down in the description. Some of them have 2-week trials, free month. So go ahead, check them out, and we'll see you on the next one.